Chief Emeka has come to see me. He has expressed interest in marrying Kem.
What? What do you mean? Are you deaf? What? You heard Papa right. Chief Emeka realized who was better for him. Better for him? You think this is a game? Did you tell him lies about me?
The first time the black Mercedes-Benz stopped in front of Baba Chinedu's compound, the entire street noticed. Children paused their football game. Neighbors peered through their curtains. Even the woman selling roasted corn by the gate adjusted her wrapper and stood up straighter. Inside the house, Mama Nkem was the first to step outside. She wiped her hands on her wrapper slowly, eyes narrowing as she watched the driver step out to open the back door. Ada emerged. Not dressed extravagantly, not glittering, just simple, calm. But she carried 3 shopping bags. The driver spoke respectfully. "Good evening, ma. Chief said I should make sure you enter safely." Mama Nkem's ears sharpened at that word, Chief. Ada smiled politely. "Thank you." When the car drove away, Mama Nkem turned to her daughter, Nkem, who had been standing behind her.
You see that? It's just a car. That is not just a car. That is opportunity.
Good evening, Mama.
Good evening. So, who is the owner of that car?
A friend.
What kind of friend sends drivers and shopping bags?
His name is Emeka.
Emeka who?
Chief Emeka Okafor.
The Emeka from Banana Island?
Yes.
That night, Mama Nkem did not allow the matter to rest. Inside her room, she called Nkem closer.
Nkem, I want to talk to you. You are my daughter. Everything I say is because I want you to live well, better than I did.
Mama, what is this about?
I did not struggle all these years just to see you manage. I did not endure insults, raise children with little, and survive this marriage so that you end up with a man who is still borrowing money to pay rent. Tell me, is that what you want?
No, but
Your sister has something in her hands right now. Something rare.
what do you mean?
That kind of man, that level of man, does not come often. And when he comes, he should be with a woman who knows how to stand beside him. Ada is sweet, quiet. But life at that level is not sweet and quiet.
He likes her.
Men like what is in front of them. Men like comfort. Men like attention. But when it is time to choose a wife, they choose strength. They choose presence. Look at me, you have presence.
What if he doesn't see me that way?
Then show him. Opportunities don't knock twice. And if you watch this one pass, do not wake up one day blaming destiny.
Ada never chased Emeka. He was the one who insisted on seeing her. One evening, at an upscale restaurant in Victoria Island, candlelight flickering between them, Emeka studied her in silence before speaking.
You sit as if you are not impressed by anything around you.
It's beautiful, but I don't think beauty should make someone lose themselves.
Most people lose themselves around me.
I'm not most people.
You don't ask about my companies.
I can Google that.
You don't ask about my money.
If money is the only thing someone has to offer, that becomes obvious very quickly.
And what do you think I have to offer?
I don't know yet. That's why I'm still here.
Something about her steadiness unsettled him, because Ada did not reach for him. She evaluated him. Mama Ntem began observing more closely. The gifts increased. The calls became regular. Sometimes the driver waited outside for over an hour. One afternoon, Mama Nkem called Nkem again.
This is how girls make mistakes. They think love is enough. Your sister does not understand that big men like that test women. They want patience and tolerance. They know they can get any woman. Ada is dulling.
And what if he truly loves her?
Love does not put food on your table. Love does not build houses. Love does not protect you from suffering. If you want that life, you must take it. Nobody hands power to the quiet.
Nkem felt something solidify inside her. The opportunity came at a charity fundraiser where she accompanied a well-to-do female friend. Nkem dressed carefully, not flashy, but unforgettable. When she approached Emeka, her tone was smooth.
Good evening, Chief. I don't know if you know me. I'm Ada's sister, Ada Uche.
Oh, that's nice.
My name is Nkem Uche. I hope she hasn't been stressing you.
What do you mean?
My sister is complicated. She doesn't always show people her full life. I would hate for you to misunderstand her. She has male friends she doesn't talk about. I've seen things that worried me. I'm only telling you this because I respect you. You deserve honesty.
He did not respond immediately. Instead, he looked at her longer than necessary. And this time, when she touched his arm lightly, he did not step away. Adan noticed the change, though it did not arrive with noise or confrontation. It crept in quietly, almost politely. His laughter no longer lingered the same way. His responses came a second too late. There was a thin, unfamiliar space between them, not wide enough to name, but deep enough to feel. It was subtle, a shift in tone, a new distance settling where warmth once lived. One evening, unable to ignore the quiet strain any longer, she gently asked if something was troubling him. The question hung between them longer than it should have. He hesitated before answering, as though weighing more than just words. When he finally spoke, it was not reassurance he offered, but suspicion. He asked her, carefully but directly, if there were other men. The question stunned her, not because it was loud, but because it was unexpected. She searched his face, trying to understand where it had come from. Calmly, steadily, she told him there were no other men. If there had been, she would not still be standing beside him. He studied her expression with unsettling intensity, as though truth might flicker across her skin if he looked hard enough. But doubt, once planted, rarely withdraws on its own. It lingers, it breeds, and it begins to reshape everything it touches. The day Baba Chinedu called everyone into the living room, his voice sounded heavier than usual.
Chief Emeka has come to see me. He has expressed interest in marrying Kem.
What? What do you mean? Are you deaf? What? You heard Papa right. Chief Emeka realized who was better for him. Better for him? You think this is a game? Did you tell him lies about me? I told him what he needed to hear. That's all. Now I see. You interfered in my life, Nekem. I told him what he needed to hear. That's all. You stole what is already mine. No, I didn't steal. I competed. And I won. I am the better option. You think that you are better than me? Well, I just proved who is better.
Enough, both of you. Women control your daughters. Whoever he marries is good for the family.
You are correct, my husband. You are also correct, Nkem. You don't wait for life to hand you anything. Ada, stay composed. Do not give the devil the satisfaction of your anger. Let truth speak for itself. I hope what you fought for in does not fight back. She is just jealous. She needs to understand. Opportunities don't come twice. Be careful, Ada. Strength is quiet, but it lasts.
She thought she had secured victory. The wedding unfolded like a spectacle designed for admiration. Gold decor shimmered beneath crystal chandeliers. High-profile guests filled the hall, their laughter blending with the soft hum of cameras and discreet media coverage. It was the kind of event people would reference for years. Mama Nkem radiated pride, moving through the reception like a woman vindicated. To her, this was proof that boldness had rewards, that ambition, when pursued without hesitation, yielded visible results. And Nkem believed it too. For 8 months, she lived inside the life she had once scrolled past on Instagram with quiet envy. Her wardrobe doubled in size. Her name opened doors that had previously remained closed. When she entered rooms, people stood. At events, women leaned toward her with curiosity, their admiration thinly disguised as casual interest. She answered their questions with a careful smile, as though destiny had simply chosen her at random. Mama Nkem visited often, walking through the mansion slowly, reverently, as though inspecting the architecture of a fulfilled prayer. Each polished surface, each imported furnishing seemed to confirm that they had fought and won. And Nkem believed she had fought well. Yet over time, something about Emeka began to shift. In public, he remained polished, generous with compliments, strategic in conversation, respected in every circle he occupied. But at home, there were days when he seemed unreachable. Not angry, not loud, just distant.
There were moments he would sit in silence, staring into nothing for long stretches, like a man calculating risks no one else could see. When she sought reassurance, his responses were measured, dismissive in a way that felt controlled rather than careless. Gradually, she stopped pressing. Curiosity began to feel like intrusion. Luxury has a way of quieting uncomfortable questions. It was a Thursday evening when everything unraveled. He had left earlier than usual, mentioning a late meeting off the island. The house had been unusually still that night. Around 10 p.m., her phone rang from an unfamiliar number. She ignored it at first. When it rang again, something inside her tightened. The voice on the other end was firm, official, precise. By the time the words settled into meaning, the room no longer felt stable. He had been involved in an incident. He was at the General Hospital, under police custody. The phrase did not belong in her world. Police custody. The air around her seemed to thin. Questions formed but dissolved before answers could exist. She was instructed to come immediately. The details emerged in fragments. His SUV had been stopped during a routine stop-and-search operation along the Lekki-Epe Expressway. Random, ordinary, the kind of inconvenience drivers complain about daily. At first, he cooperated, calm, controlled. But when officers requested access to the boot, something shifted. A hesitation too visible to ignore. Suspicion sharpened. Instead of compliance, he attempted escape. That was the moment everything changed. Gunshots shattered the night. One bullet tore through the rear window, another grazed his shoulder. The vehicle swerved before losing momentum under pursuit. Officers surrounded it, weapons drawn, adrenaline high. When they opened the boot, they found what should never have been there. An adult woman bound, unconscious. She was later declared dead. Before midnight, the news had spread. When Nkem arrived at the hospital, the corridor outside his room was guarded. Armed officers stood rigid, their presence altering the atmosphere from private crisis to public scandal. Her name had already begun circulating online, whispered across platforms, attached to headlines she had never imagined reading. Inside, he lay propped against stark white pillows, his shoulder heavily bandaged. Even wounded, he appeared composed, unsettlingly so. When their eyes met, silence stretched between them. Not shock, not comfort, just recognition. And in that stillness, the life she had stepped into, the life she believed she had won, collapsed under the weight of what it truly required.
Is it true?
What have they told you?
They said there was a woman in your car boot. Emeka, tell me it's a lie.
It's not what you think.
Then what is it? Because from where I'm standing, it looks exactly like what they're saying.
You think wealth like this grows from soil? You think contracts worth billions come because someone is kind?
Don't twist this. There was a human being in your car.
And you enjoyed everything that came from this life. The house, the cars, the respect. Did you ever once ask how I built it from nothing?
From nothing does not mean from blood.
This country does not reward clean ambition. It rewards leverage, power, influence, and influence has channels.
So this is how? This is how you sustain it?
You wanted this life. You chose it aggressively. Did you imagine it was built on charity?
I did not agree to taking lives.
You agreed to outcome. You never cared about process.
I didn't know.
Exactly.
The case exploded across Nigeria. Headlines ran daily. Prominent billionaire arrested in ritual killing scandal. 25-year-old woman found in businessman's vehicle. Television analysts debated. Social media erupted. People who once praised him now condemned him loudly. Investigations revealed disturbing patterns, missing persons linked to shell companies, suspicious financial movements, secret meetings with traditional spiritualists in remote areas. It became clear the woman found in his boot was not random. She was part of something larger. During trial, prosecutors painted him like a calculated operator who used ritual practices to secure influence and power. His defense argued conspiracy, but the evidence was overwhelming. The attempted escape during stop and search did not help his case. When the verdict was delivered, the courtroom was silent. Life imprisonment. No parole, no appeal strong enough to reverse it. Nkem did not cry in court. She simply sat still, as if sound had left her body. But prison was not the end. The real punishment began outside. When Nkem returned to the mansion, reporters camped at the gate. Neighbors who once envied her now whispered loudly when she passed. She knew. She benefited. She is the wife of a ritualistic. Market women stared. Church members shifted away from her. Even old friends avoided her calls. One afternoon, as she stepped into a boutique she used to frequent, she overheard two women behind her. That her, the one married to that man, blood money. She left without buying anything. At home, Mama Nkem wept often. "This is not what I wanted for you," she would say. Nkem would sit quietly and respond, "But this is what we chased." And in those moments, silence felt heavier than shame. In Baba Chinedu's house, the atmosphere was different. There was no celebration, no loud rejoicing, but there was relief. One evening, Ada sat beside her mother after evening prayers.
It could have been you.
Yes, it could have.
God protects in ways we do not understand. Sometimes we think we are losing, and yet we are being saved.
I used to think losing him was my heartbreak, that I had failed somehow, that my life had ended in that moment.
But heartbreak is not always what it seems. Sometimes it is preparation, sometimes it is rescue in disguise.
I see it now. My pain wasn't just loss, it was protection, a shield I didn't understand at the time.
We often pray for outcomes we cannot see. We pray for safety, for guidance, and God answers in ways we might not recognize.
I don't feel triumphant. I don't feel like I've won. But I feel grateful. Grateful that I am still here, still whole, and still able to breathe without fear.
Gratitude is stronger than anger, Ada, stronger than revenge. It keeps the heart alive when the world tries to wound it.
We do not mock Nkem. We do not wish her harm. We cannot. But we can be thankful for what we have been spared. And I am. Deeply.
Yes, my child, deeply. And in that gratitude, you find peace.
Months passed. The mansion was eventually seized pending investigation. Nkem moved back into her father's compound, the same compound she once felt superior to. This time, no one compared daughters, because comparison had already cost too much. One night, sitting alone in her childhood room, Nkem spoke softly to her mother.
Mama, when you told me to fight for my future, did you ever think to ask what that future required? I wanted you to be comfortable, to have what I never had. And now, I thought winning meant taking. I never thought to ask what I was stepping into. I thought ambition was enough. I thought courage was enough. I didn't want to do more. I didn't understand. It demanded more. Too much more. I only wanted the best for you. I never imagined being. You taught me to fight, Mama, but you never taught me what I might lose in the process.
In the end, nobody truly won. Emeka lost his freedom. Nkem lost her pride. Mama Nkem lost her certainty. And the woman whose life was taken lost everything. Ada gained something quieter. Discernment. Because not every door that shines is meant to be opened. Not every wealthy man is a blessing. Not every loss is a tragedy. Sometimes what feels like rejection is protection. Sometimes what looks like delay is mercy. And sometimes the greatest wealth is not the mansion you enter, but the danger you escape.